Is this the dawn of a new era for Eastman Guitars? Let's find out. Hi, Sam from Guitar Village here. Today we've got an exciting new line of Eastman guitars in to check out. The companion to the Romeo LA, the Juliet. Available in 3 new models. We're going to talk about some of the spec on each one and having a play on each one. Let's get started. Before we look at each of these models, let's have a look at what they all have in common with the specification. So they've all got a lightweight Akumi body and neck. They've got an ebony fretboard on there. They feature Goto hardware, so you've got these really cool looking vintage style tuners, and then a more traditional Gibson style stop bar and tailpiece. Has a 3-way position switch just like a Telly, which is fitted to a really nice looking inlaid pick guard and control plate. You've got 2 volumes, one for each pickup, and then a tone control, which in this case isn't a master tone control, it just works on the bridge pickup, which I think is a really nice touch. You've got 22 wide medium frets, making it very playable. It's got a 25.5-inch scale length with a 12-inch fingerboard radius. You've also got a 1/11/16 nut width, so this is going to feel very familiar to a lot of players. All these guitars come with a padded Eastman gig bag, but you can have a hard case as an optional upgrade. Now, let's take a look at each of the colours. So the model I've been holding is the Pomona blonde finish. This is a little bit of a nod to the Mary Kay type design where you've got that blonde finish, but it's translucent so you can see the wood grain through it. This one is kitted out with bare knuckle old guard humbuckers. Let's have a listen to it. So the next model we're checking out is the antique varnish black finish. This has had Eastman's relic treatment done to it. It features the same bare knuckle pickups as in the Pomona blonde one, but it's also got its own USA B5 Bigsby as well. The last one we're going to check out is the vintage red finish. This one, just like the Pomona blonde, has Eastman's True Tone gloss lacquer on it. But what makes this one different is that it's got black pickguard and control plate there, and it features bare knuckle low whine P90s. So I've spent a bit of time with these guitars now, and before they turned up I'd seen pictures on the internet of them, read up on the specs, which is all well and good, but I was thinking, what players are going to want to use these guitars? And, I think each one has its own personality. The P90s in this, it's really going to be for someone that loves something like a Les Paul Special, someone who's maybe into like old school blues rock or punk, something like that. It's going to be spot on for them, but they don't want to go down the Gibson route. They want to go for something with its own personality. Now, the white one was kind of the most interesting one for me, and I don't know why, but I was kind of getting some 80s vibes off this one. You know, I can really see this one being used for kind of like hard rock, things like that. But, you know, with these pickups, you can kind of get almost any sound you want. Now, this black one, I think, is really interesting because when I saw it, I kind of had some ideas about, you know, what I thought the guitar was about, but spending a bit of time with it, there is a lot of sounds on board. However, I think for me, if I was getting this, you know, I would just use this for rockabilly. I think the Bigsby works really well. I think it's just got a great vibe to it. So at the start of the video, I asked the question, is this the dawn of a new era for Eastman guitars? And the answer is absolutely. They brought out the Romeos a while back and they were part of that, but they were a semi-hollow, whereas this is their first solid body guitar that has their own design. Up until now, they were doing sort of tongue-in-cheek copies and, you know, almost direct copies of some traditional Martins and Gibsons, whereas this, it's their own thing. You know, there's some touches from some traditional designs in there, but I think this thing is absolutely unique.